This is the Janet Ray podcast. I'm Janet, the guy behind the camera. The guy you never see. He's the legend. That's Ray. He's behind the camera. This is the Janet Ray podcast. I'm coming to you today because February 2022, we're getting a hunk on the big screen, full of muscle, just doesn't stop. Channing Tatum stars in the new movie Dog, but this isn't about Channing Tatum now, is it? It's about Lulu, the Belgian Malinois, starring alongside Channing Tatum. The popularity of this movie is going to prove what Disney has done time and time again. What does Disney do? Well, they put out a 101 Dalmatians movie, and what happens? Everybody immediately goes, right? And they adopt a Dalmatian. And then 5 months later, all these Dalmatians are ending up in the animal shelters because people didn't know what type of dog they're getting. So I think it's very important that if you're thinking about getting a Belgian Malinois after seeing Channing Tatum and his buddy on the big screen, I want you to know what kind of dog you're getting. So this is 5 reasons you don't need a Belgian Malinois. First, let me introduce you to my Belgian Malinois. Come here, Chief, come here. Okay, my first Belgian Malinois. Chief, come here, come here, come here. All right, this right here is the camera hog. This is Clover, but this right here, this is Chief, the typical Belgian Malinois. He's got a brown body and a black face. He's small, he's agile, and he is so smart, right? Okay. I will tell you that Chief is a repeat offender at the animal shelter. That means somebody got Chief as a Belgian Malinois and thought, oh, this will be a great dog, right? They did that, and then they returned him and went, oh, no, hell no. Somebody else adopted Chief. They then returned him and went, oh, no, hell no. So what was his problem? On his records, it says he's an escape artist. Well, he is a Belgian Malinois. We'll talk more about that coming up. This is Clover, the camera hog. And Clover was found, she was pretty beat up, and she was found on a Sunday in the Chick-fil-A parking lot. Chick-fil-A is not open on Sunday, Clover, right? Clover is part Belgian Malinois. We're not real sure what else she is, but she is definitely a fun handful who, if you're watching her, she will fall off the couch sometimes because she just doesn't always pay attention. So let's talk about why are Belgian Malinois so popular? Why does everybody want them? Because you see them on Instagram and TikTok doing all these fun things like walking on tight ropes, right? Scaling 2-story buildings without a care, okay? That's the type of dog a Belgian Malinois is. You also will know that they are used by elite military forces all the time because they're so stinking smart. They can target their aggression, they're fast, they're agile, and they can stand extreme heat, which makes them perfect for special forces, right? And did I add that special forces put about $40,000 into training of their Belgian Malinois for use. So Osama bin Laden, when they captured him, right, there was a Belgian Malinois in tow, and it's rumored that Belgian Malinois actually had dentures made for its mouth to protect its teeth because its bite was so fierce and he was so valued. He actually had dentures made to protect him. So there you go. That's why we're here today, because with all this popularity, we want to make sure the right people get Belgian Malinois. So here they are, the 5 reasons you don't need a Belgian Malinois. Know your breed. Did you know Belgian Malinois are from the herder breed? So a quick little story. After I got Chief, I was taking him to doggy daycare. Yes, my dogs go to doggy daycare. Because if you don't take them to doggy daycare, you will see the Malinois will chew up your couch, right? Okay. And I told her, I said, I'm just having a hard time teaching Chief how to fetch. And she responded to me, That's because he's not a retriever. He's a herder. So other popular things with the herder breeds are they love things that move fast. And that could mean your kid on a skateboard. It could also mean the neighbor's cat, which makes you the topic of conversation at homeowners association meetings. They also love to bark. Another thing that'll make you the topic of conversation at homeowners meetings. They also love to nip at your hand and feet because they like to be in control. They want to get you to do what they want you to do. And guess what? You usually end up doing exactly what they want you to do. So know your breed. Number 2 reason that you do not want a Belgian Malinois is because they're neurotic. What does neurotic mean? Well, it means that their reactions are sometimes a little irrational and not planned, okay? So maybe you saw John Wick and you saw Halle Berry come in and she's got these 2 gorgeous Belgian Malinois in the movie, which if you did a little research, you'd find out there were actually 5 Belgian Malinois used for all the different stunts in that movie. 2 were mostly on screen that you said, oh, these are her 2 dogs. So the problem came, which you got to remember, you have these highly trained dogs, people training these dogs who their only goal in life is to get this dog in a movie. And guess what the problem was? They were filming in Morocco, and the problem in Morocco is stray cats. They had to continually shut down filming because their trained Belgian Malinois were a little neurotic and would run off after stray cats. Would you guys stop? Look, see, this is what you get with Belgian Malinois, okay? So even those trained dogs, okay, couldn't resist the lure of a neighborhood cat. Okay, so number 3, the reason you don't need a Belgian Malinois, they are obsessive and possessive, those words rhyme, of their owners. If their owner is somewhere, that's where they want to be. It's another reason that the Navy SEALs love to use Belgian Malinois is because a Belgian Malinois will go wherever its owner goes, and that means jumping from an airplane. They're like, oh, my owner's going? Where's my parachute? I don't even need a parachute, okay? That's the type of dogs they are. And so that's part of the problem. People get Malinois going, I'm going to get me a Belgian Malinois, and I'm going to put it in my backyard, and it's going to protect me, and it's going to do all these things that are really good. Well, guess what? If that's the only reason you got a Belgian Malinois, you better go check your backyard. I bet your Belgian Malinois isn't there because they're escape artists, because their goal is to be by their owner. That's the only thing they want in life. Hence, Chief can scale a little chain link fence like no one's business, and Clover can clear 10 feet of stockade fence, no problem. Which makes you another topic of conversation at the homeowners meetings when people are walking the neighborhood block and all they see is this dog's head coming above your stockade fence because she wants to see what's going on. So then you eventually, thank you, Clover, we had to cut out windows in our fence so nosy neighbor could see exactly what was going on outside. Okay, the 4th reason you do not want a Belgian Malinois is because this right here, they're needy. No, it's because they don't stop. I know what you're thinking, but I like to walk my dog. I will give it lots of attention. I will take it and train it. But guess what? The Belgian Malinois, the more you work them, the more they want to work. So just that walk around the block doesn't tire them out. They want more. It's like it energizes them, okay? They're totally crazy. Chief right here, he is so obsessed with dragonflies, because it goes back to the herder breed, they're small little things that move really fast, that he will almost wear off his paw pads running, would you stop, trying to get dragonflies. You have to literally take him in the house and change his focus to get him to stop doing that. They just don't stop. And the 5th reason, 5, that you do not want a Belgian Malinois is because of their nickname. They're the Maligator. And why are they called the Maligator? Well, they're called the Maligator because when they full on bite you, they bite with their entire mouth. That's what makes them such good protection and kind of attack dogs in that nature, okay? They bite with their whole mouth. They also have a little bit of a problem of they love to chomp. So when these dogs get excited, what do? Yeah, 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 yeah. They start chomping and you can hear them. It sounds like they're clapping with their jaws. Okay, not a problem if you know that they're not angry, but the problem comes at the dog park when your neighbor sees your dog approaching going, yeah, 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 yeah. It makes you the topic of conversation. That's right, at your homeowner association meeting. So there you go. That's the 5 reasons that you don't want a Belgian Malinois. But let me just say, these dogs are great. And just with any breed, the same thing applies where it's really about the animal itself and its trainer. So maybe you get one as a puppy. You have all the time you need in the world to give attention to this dog and walk it and train it and keep it from being bored. Go for it if that's what you truly want. The problem does come when you're getting dogs from the animal shelter and you're rescuing these dogs. You don't know the original intention of the purpose of the person that originally had that dog. So have they already trained that dog into biting, into doing things that they think a Belgian Malinois should be trained to do? You do have to be careful. Numerous times I've been told by my dog's vet that I've got the Belgian Malinois unicorn when I got Chief because he is different from a typical Belgian Malinois. They are so cute. They are so incredibly smart and they are so worth your time and effort. But if you don't have that time and effort to give them, then don't get them. Just go watch that, hunk of muscle in the movie with Channing Tatum in the new movie Dogs. So there you go. The 5 reasons you may or may not want to get a Belgian Malinois. There it is. Come here, Chiefy. Come here, Chief. Chief, come here. Come here.